Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to show you guys how I do flip outs, and then I want to do a flip through of my Santa junk journal. And I have a playlist if you guys want to get caught up with us, and I will put that on the end screen so you guys come check out the playlist on how I made this. Okay, so last time we left each other, I was starting to make the ephemera that goes inside of the pockets and stuff. So I do have a process video, just a time-lapse video for you guys that I will put on right now so you guys can check that out, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so some of the things I want to show you guys just real quick what I used, because it was pretty fast. This is just PVA, which is Elmer's glue, white glue, school glue, any kind of glue like that. So PVA glue, water, gesso, just white gesso, and spackling, which is just the spackling that you can get at a any hardware store of to like patch up your holes and stuff in your walls. That's what I used here on, and I'll show you the bookmark when we get to it for the flip through. I just kind of added that to it, and it's got just kind of a gritty, thicker paste pretty much. And there's no real measurements. I just kind of put it in until I liked the consistency that it was. So that's what I did on one of the journaling cards in here, and I'll show you guys that when we get to it. And what else did I use? I'm sure I used some PVA, water, and coffee mixture. I probably splattered with some gesso, I'm sure, and did some coffee spray, just some instant coffee and water. So I did that to grunge up, and yeah, so that's what I did for my grunginess here. So today I want to show you guys now little flip outs. I want to show you guys how I just take some fabrics and glue them onto just little flip outs that I made. And I do have a process video on how I made each individual little flip out here. So I can go ahead and put that on for you guys. I can put it on now. Yeah, I'll put it on right now for you guys. I'll go ahead and put on that video of just how I made the little flip outs, and then we'll go ahead and glue them in and talk about them. Okay, so those are super fun to make. And we'll talk about them more, you know, as I put them in. But this one, I just took some corrugated cardboard, just some cardboard here, you know, just off a box. And I just layered it up with just some tape, you know, the tape that you can get off of packaging. It's just, it tapes down. And I took some of that for the tag at the top, the little tab at the top. And I like it as NYC, you got New York City on it, and it just was kind of cool, and I grunged it up. Did a pattern paper and some grunged up paper behind, and then took some of the eyelash yarn and put that down, and then did the Tim Holtz holiday, the Christmas ideology. So I did that for a word, and then put one of the paper dolls. So I thought that was cute. And then I did the deer back here with some layering of just some fabrics and, you know, just some ribbon back behind it and some threads. And did that on the back part here. Okay. So I want it to sit in the journal like this and flip out like that. So what we're going to do is just take our coffee dyed fabric, which I will put on the end screen, all the coffee dyed fabrics that I did with you guys the other day. It's super fun. So I'll put that there so you guys can check it out. This is just some Fabric Fix glue. And I'm just gonna put some glue here and some glue here. And take our fabric. Just glue it down. So I think that turned out pretty cool. And then we could just, pretty much all throughout my oxides are crackling campfire and walnut stain. So I just been kind of grunging up using that. Okay, so that's how I do my flip outs. Okay, so you just take this little guy and flip them like that. You got your fun little side over here. Okay, so there's one, and let me find the other one. Okay, so the next one is this one, and this one I did on the first process video that I put on for you guys, the first one. And this is just a ideology tag in the back. I did some coffee dyed fabric on top that I sewed the two pieces together and then put them through the hole. I just went ahead and it was just two separate pieces, and I did this just pretty design, just the stitching here, and I sewed them together and then popped it through just like that. And then just glued it. I went ahead and just glued it down. So I think that turned out really fun. And just did some layering up. Just some, I got some end cuts here that I went and just did a bunch of sewing on them. So these are fun scraps just to grab that you can layer. And that's what this is here. And yeah, so I went ahead and did that and did some crackling campfire and some distressed oxide, and then sprayed some coffee on it. And there we go. So we got that. And now I want to put this one here. I want it to flip out like this. So I'm going to line them up. And you guys don't need this. It doesn't need to be this thick, your fabric. You could take it and there we go. And then we can have some frayed edges here. Those are always fun. gonna do a bead of glue here. And a bead of glue here. Let's do about a 1/4 inch gap. Okay, and then just pop this down on it. You can flip it over, see where you want it, line it up, and then press it down. Okay. So we got ourselves a little flip. All right. There we go. This one's journaling spot. And a little flip. So there's that. And then the next one is right here. Which this, I wanted to show you guys. This was so much fun to make. I did that in the process video too. And I already had a masterboard piece of paper that I grunged up, and that's what's in the back here. Oh, I forgot to do this, but that's what's on the back part of the base. That's what this base part right here is just the masterboard, and I went ahead and grunged it all up, and then I did that a while ago. So I had a bunch of them, and I went ahead and just cut them. So these are great for background, you know, just to have a background page. And then I had the sewing with this on here with the little lace, and I did some threads and some fabrics behind the little girl here, and put down some Christmas just ideology and poinsettia, and then put the little girl on top of it, a little paper doll. So that just goes into the pocket here. Okay, and then I made these with you guys the other day, these cute little mini envelopes, and I'll put that on the end screen so you guys can check out how to make these. They were really fun to make. So what I have is, a long time ago I had these. I forgot, I did it last Christmas, and I did a masterboard, and then on a manila envelope, like a full, you know, a file folder, and I did just a fun masterboard on it, and did some Christmas stamping and stuff like that on it, and some RIT dye. That's a lot of this is some of the RIT dyes that I use, and I just sprayed those on there, and then I put it through my Cricut machine and made some really cute just snowflakes. So I figured I'd use those in my journal, and I went ahead and glued this one down, which I thought was really cool. And then what I want to do is take this one and put it on the back of here. Okay, and another way to make a flip I wanted to show you guys is, I'm trying to cover up all this white. Like if I see any white sticking out, I'm going with my campfire and just kind of doing that. There we go. No white sticking out. Okay, and then now I wanted to show you guys, this is when I need a little thicker piece. Let me find it. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do a little thicker piece here because I want to put this, I want to glue the fabric in between here. So I'm just going to measure it out. Just like that. And then I'm going to just glue it. Oh, let me make sure I have it the right way. Okay, so I want it, yeah, I want it to flip out like this. And then hopefully that should be okay. If not, I could snip that off of there if I need to. I don't know if it's going to be, when I go to flip it, if it's going to bend. I didn't think of that. Let me think about that. So if I go to flip it, I could just make it flip out a little more. Well, let's leave it on there for now and see. We'll just see what happens here. Hopefully it won't get bent. Okay, so I'm just putting a little glue there. Putting down my fabric. Well, worst case, I just have to snip this off of here. Okay. And then I'm lining it up, and I'm going to glue this down on top. Okay. I think that fits perfect. Some things are just made to be, you know, meant to be. And look at that. Is that fun? Okay. So then we got our fabric in between here. Now I'm just going to take it and glue. Yeah, maybe I'll just have that go out a little further. And I'm just going to do glue in here. This. Just line it up. Make sure everything's how you want it. Okay. And I think it'll be okay. I mean, worst case, these will get bent up a little bit, but I think it should be okay. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that should be okay to be able to flip open. Just like that. So that's another way you could do it, is just if you have something that you want to put onto the back part, you can just put your fabric in between. So then it's in between both. And you got yourself a flip. So there we go. I think that turned out really, really fun. Okay, so now I think that's all the flip throughs or flip outs I wanted to do with you guys. Now I want to do a flip through. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we got our little ribbon. I did this lace and I made it really long, so whoever purchases this will be in my Etsy shop. And I will put the link down below for you guys. But whoever purchases this can cut it if they want, but I left it longer. I'd rather have it longer than shorter because it's just kind of fun. Okay, so we got the cover here, our fun little tree, which is just a bottle brush tree. And I did a little glass peppermint on there with a little, it was a trinket my mother-in-law gave me them, and they're just little, I think, yeah, they were earrings, and they just look like snowflakes to me. I like them, so I thought it would be a kind of a cool topper on here. So that's that. Got all that on the front. Okay. Got some tags. So these are the tags that I did, and I did tea bag on the back here. I just took some tea bag material, and glued it all down with my glue and water solution, just 50-50 PVA glue and water. And I did that, and then put the tea bag. I put glue down first, and then I put the found relatives. I think that's what this one is, right? Yeah, found relatives, just to put one of the images. And I put that on top, and then put the tea bag, put glue on top of that, and then the tea bag on top, and then glue again. So it's just kind of sandwiched it all in there, and I think that turned out really cool. So, and then just some ideology with some threads and coffee dyed fabrics. So that's just a fun little tuck right here. Okay, and then this one flips out. Isn't that cool? So this is just really fun to make with you guys. And same here, I did a tea bag on the back. And it's got a really cool feeling to them. And just ideology, and did some little fasteners, just some little brad, those little fasteners. Put that in there with some interest sewing all around. So So that's a little tag here. And we got a tag here. Some sewing and some of the eyelash thread here, or yarn. Put some of that with some threads. And so this one has a tea bag on the back, and then I used this is the one I used it on, the PVA water, gesso, and spackling. This is what I did on here, and you can see it just crunged it all up. And then I did some spritzing with some coffee, and yeah, I just made it look all grungy. So I just thought that was fun, and then did some inking around with my crackling campfire. So that was a neat one to do. And then we got all our little journaling spots here. And this is a pocket in the middle. So I made the file folder a pocket, and did some just ideology and some tea bag on the back, and did some sewing on the side here, some interest sewing. And throughout, I did some sewing and then some threads and some eyelash thread. And I used some more of the PVA mixture here with water, gesso, and spackling. So I did all that. That's a fun little pocket right there. And here's our other little flip out. So that one turned out fun. And this little card. Now I did this with washi tape. And I did it a long time ago, and it's not really Christmassy, but I liked how this matched, these two matched really good with the tissue paper here and the Rit dye. And this is just cheesecloth that I dyed with avocado, so I think it matched really nice. So I went ahead and put one of the ideology mistletoe on top of here, and I thought that turned out really cute. So that's just kind of goes all together. So that was fun. And then we got our flip out again over here. Okay. And this was a tea bag. I showed you guys how to do a hidden paper clip and a tea bag. So I will put that on the end screen so you guys can check out how to make this. Yeah, this was really fun to make too. So they're really great just to put on top, just to use as toppers. Just like that. So there we go. And you got some on the back. So this is my Santa junk journal. And I had a really fun time making this with you guys. And please come and check out my Etsy shop. If even if you guys don't come purchase, if you come and favor my shop, that helps me out so much. And just hit the heart, you know, the little heart, and that favors my Etsy shop. And I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys found this informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.